Microphone check 1 2. This is yours truly, Maximus and Forsaken of the Brothers of Steel, and it is Friday, and we have a fantastic Friday for you today, guys. We have the big game right here. Miles Morales, Marvel Spider-Man, right here on the Brothers of Steel, your PlayStation Center. So let me introduce my co-host. Let me drop a bomb one time. My Bridget Forsaken. And it is Friday. Was it getting there?
That's too loud. Yeah, I'm here.
I'm very loud.
No. I had my stuff really loud.
Hey, Carice, what's up?
Mason too.
Hey, Mason too. Mason, what's up? Trinidad.
Hey, the game has started yet, man?
I'm gonna start it now.
Oh, by the way, all you hear that Ubisoft Montreal have a hostage situation.
What? Okay, we'll get to that. Let me watch the intro for this. Let me take it in book. Even though I must see it already, yeah? But who cares?
My name is Maximus.
I'm sure the I think we should watch a recap.
Or recap for Spider-Man? Yeah.
Alright, let's take a recap, guys.
Up until about a year ago, my life was pretty normal. I lived in the greatest place ever. Brooklyn. Represent. Had 2 cool parents and loved all things science and superheroes. Everything changed, though, when my dad was killed in the City Hall bombing. I couldn't believe he was gone. But Peter Parker and his Aunt May, they were there for me. And so was Spider-Man, who I later found out was Pete. Crazy, right? Then when the Devil's Breath crisis started, things got intense. It seemed like all of Spidey's villains were on the loose. I managed to do my part to help him out. And after all that, believe it or not, a spider bit me. And I started to change. I didn't want to worry my mom, so I went to Pete. And now, we're officially Spider Bros. He's been training me up, and I'm actually getting pretty good with this whole web-swinging thing. I'm still learning to juggle this responsibility with everything else in my life. School, friends, a new home. I moved to Harlem a few weeks back. But I'll tell you, I can't wait to see what the future holds.
Yeah, so guys, this is a big one. I'm excited for this one. Actually, I never really played the first Spider-Man. I didn't really play that one much. I just give it. I had the game. I gave it to a friend. Never got it back. So like, yeah. So Dominic, if you're watching this stream, I still want back for Spider-Man, please.
Yeah, I've never played the first Spider-Man neither. I left that to my homeboy Fred. And when I say Fred, I don't mean Trick, I mean Dart.
Hey,
So,
big respect
every-
to CJ10 Games. What's up, man?
If you guys new and you don't know, Dart Fred is the original Frederick. The new Frederick is Trick. And that's the guy with Brawlhalla. So
Yeah, boy, we have two friends in here, Brothers of Steel right now.
I think they should put it on friendly or amazing, up to you, eh? I know action is not really a thing, so
Yeah. So guys, I know Gio would lambaste me for this, but you know, I'm not the best action player. But look at this for PS4, looking nice, guys. Come on, look at this. And someone asked in the chat if it's PS4, PS5. PS5 soon come to the Brothers of Steel. Don't worry, guys.
y'all know how hard it is to get a PS5? Y'all see the news? Men selling PS5 for $2,000 US.
A man who gave him PS5 in China selling for 5,600 by.
Hey,
Overdoing.
hey, welcome Silly of the Boss.
Hey.
Our Rocket League major in the Brothers of Steel.
5,000 is actually cheaper because
5,600, bro.
it's cheap. That is disc version, right? Because the disc version is 534 US because it got add 34 US for tax. And then
Bernard, you come to the right place. Forsaken is here.
I got you.
He will check the chat and he'll answer all that. That's why I have Forsaken
Thanks.
for.
No problem.
no, this is not ray tracing,
Hey,
guys.
you
This
think you're gonna
is
add that new Spider-Man
PlayStation 4.
The kid?
So if Max playing it on the Pro, it's
Original's just
probably
my guy, you know?
30 frames per second,
Yeah, I
but
know.
definitely not ray
Hey,
tracing. No way,
is
no way.
Tails Bodega around here?
Yeah, bright yellow sign down the
There's
block.
actually a way you guys could tell if it's
Thanks.
ray traced or not.
Beautiful
Just
work,
wait
by
for
the
when
way.
Max reaches a scene with a lot of reflective
leave a little room
surfaces
for
like
the new guy.
cars or
Just in case.
water, and just watch it, and you'll see how the reflections are in it. Because ray tracing is basically how light reflects on objects. For those who don't know, because a lot of people would say ray tracing. It's just really good lighting, okay? Ray tracing is just really good lighting. Basically, it's a technique to ensure that lighting reflects like how it would in real life and reflective surfaces. So if you guys don't know that, that's basically what they talk about when they say ray tracing. So you have a understanding of what ray tracing is, guys. It's simplified too. Like it's way more complex like that. Like rays bouncing off objects, the omnidirectional. It's really complex. But I'm just simplifying it.
Hey, Pete. Headed your way. Did I miss the convoy?
Not yet. I'm still securing a couple inmates.
Bet it feels good. Seeing the
Oh,
guys
yeah, that
who
scene's
stayed
coming up,
last year
guys.
Going back to the raft.
Real good. The raft's an eyesore. It's secure. As long as the octopus-related flaws have been fixed.
Woohoo! Okay, closing in on you. Be there soon. Should let Mom know I'll be late.
Miles, get that.
You could tell Max has never played Spider-Man.
Hey, Mom.
I know.
Yeah, but the bodega was out of
Just pull up with your
milk.
web, like, yeah.
Yeah, I get done already.
Oh, thank you. Big town. That prison convoy is making traffic a nightmare.
Oh yeah, good call. See you at dinner, Mom. Man, how does Pete do this secret identity thing? Completely stresses me out.
Yeah, multi-time
Oh,
Max. I get
yeah.
it 3 though. Even a sign should have picked you up there, right? I think that's how the whole keep holding our too, man.
Yeah, that one alright. Oh man. Alright. I got this. Wait, run that way. Ooh, this feels so good. Come on. Catch up thing. Woohoo!
Okay, be cool. Be cool. Helping Spider-Man protect a giant prison convoy? You can handle this. Breathe in, breathe out. Be cool.
Oh, see how to go.
Yeah, so if you're not accustomed to free-flowing action games, think of Assassin's Creed, where you just hold the R2 button and you just tap at certain intervals in order to keep the motion going.
Hey.
You're gonna look like how Max looks at the start. Because that's how it is basically something similar to that, because it's where you just hold R2 or your R2 trigger and then you tap X at certain points to flip, jump or whatever. Caris, that's the usual thing for Max. Yeah, Max real fight with the controller.
Guys, I love you guys. I do this for the love of the Brothers of Steel. I play games I normally don't play. So if for a second, I say, for a second, but COVID boy, I can't afford to get in my house, boy. Yeah, hey, for a second, come down, boy. But Frederick, the first original Frederick is the man for this, and forsaken himself, But I can't say that, guys, because it was the same thing with Ghost of Tsushima, and I totally love that game now. So you never know. You never know. Now let me just I don't go off there, I enjoying it though.
You here? Just down in some rocket fuel.
How are you drinking?
Very, very carefully. Okay, go time.
Helix 2 en route, heavy payload.
Copy, Helix 2, we've got you on scope.
This is a big operation.
It's gotta be. Hundreds of felons escaped from the raft last year. Now it's time to move them back in. Police aren't taking any chances, especially not with our guest of honor.
Getting a lot of interference here.
One of those guys who helped Doc Ock is in there?
Think so. Could be Vulture, could be Scorpion, could be someone bigger.
I'd pause the stream for that. For a second, check your chat. Check your chat.
Game of the year, and if we just play FIFA. We do play FIFA, but we don't stream FIFA.
Yeah, that's a technical question on the Brothers of Steel.
Yeah, and as for Game of the Year, you gotta wait for when we do our usual year-end stream, because if you guys are new to the channel, we usually do our own year-end stream where we take input from other members of the Brothers of Steel, and we'll give you what we think collectively is the Game of the Year based on every different person's voting and taste. Best design, best music, best multiplayer, best mobile. So you guys could take those topics and put it on the top of your head. And maybe when we're doing that stream, you guys could join us, give us your input, give us honorable mention. But the games cap off today. Like, no game released after this date, which is the 13th, Friday the 13th, will be added to the list for Game of the Year. This is keeping in collaboration with other respectable voting groups and things like the Game Awards, or actually the Game Awards. I really only like the Game Awards. All the others are like meh. So they usually close off their voting period today, or actually I think there was like 2 days ago. So we given out 2 days for Spider-Man and these games that drop out. But normally Spider-Man wouldn't cut it. It would fall into next year.
Yeah, and guys, as Forsaken said, we'll be doing our game countdown. So it's ironic that we start the countdown with started off playing a new game. So we start playing this game right on the date of our cutoff point. Yeah? So he's in. Spider-Man is in for Game of the Year.
Spider-Man came out yesterday, so I think it would count. If it does not, as for Cyberpunk, Cyberpunk not coming out till next year. Don't dream.
Hey, we'll talk about that in the stream.
Yeah, we talking about it. No, I'm gonna say this. What I said, I don't know if you guys remember, but if you guys are new, you probably didn't. But if you guys were here before. You guys know from day one, I was saying when I saw all the changes they were making to Cyberpunk, where they remove gender from the story, so you're free to just make a character however you want, where they added more content for Keanu Reeves, where they cut content from the game to add content, where they decide to add multiplayer as well. There's like a lot of stuff to go in details, and this is not a Cyberpunk stream. We will talk about all that thing in detail when Cyberpunk actually releases. But when I first heard those news stories, I said Cyberpunk isn't going to come out early. It's going to get delayed, it's going to miss, and it might disappoint. And a lot of people were telling me, like, I just bashed the game and stuff. Who's wrong now, son?
Alright, let me jump back into the game there, guys, because that's what we'll be doing. We'll take little pauses now and then, answer your questions on the stream. And of course, guys, hit that thumbs up. Let me drop the bomb for that. Hit that thumbs up. Support the Brothers of Steel. Your PlayStation home is right here on the Brothers of Steel. We are PlayStation. I gotta say that. Minkita.
I just have 2 more things I'm gonna talk about. I'm gonna talk about Elijah's question about he don't think any game has a better scenery than Ghost of Tsushima. Well, I have a surprise in that regards. I'm not gonna say anything, but you'll just wait for our game of the year list. And the next one is David. If we test out Season 11 in League. League is broken now. If you all haven't played Season 11 in League of Legends, play it. It's broken. Very broken.
Alright, guys, we'll jump back into my horrible web swinging, but I do it for the love of gaming, You never know, I might like it. Trinidad! I might like it.
Okay, we got a problem. Hold back, Miles. Let me take...
I got this, Pete. Don't worry.
Miles, no!
It's secure.
Drifting Helix 2. We have a weight imbalance. Correction 236. Rudder's unresponsive. Brace for impact. Helix 2 going down. Helix 2 is going down.
Yeah, Jameson, fun of time. Keep going to the stream after that. Answer them quick. That's a last moment.
Helix 2 is down. No casualties. Payload compromised.
Response team dispatched. Sit tight, Helix 2.
Pete, I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to.
It's okay. We got this. Just need to contain it before... Before that happens.
Damn.
Trinidad!
Hello, tiny spiders.
We're just gonna ignore the fact that those police officers are dead.
Yeah, like, normal.
Yeah, we just gonna ignore it completely, because you do realize you can't fire nobody trying to save police officers or pull them out, right? Like those prisoners that the Rhino just broke out from that. Yeah, they're dead. They're dead. Spider-Man not even trying though. They're dead.
Insane. I'm on it. He's never gonna trust me on a mission like this again.
Nice work with the helicopter, kid. Real rolling stuff.
Hey guys, how about we call a timeout? Talk this through? Please? No? All right then.
How's it looking out there?
Almost contained. Nearly almost contained. Can't let Pete down. We need to get this under control.
Hey, wait.
Great arm! Woohoo! Seriously, you're AAA easy. Whole new career just waiting for you.
Man, he's too good.
How are the streets, Spider-Man?
Honestly, kind of terrifying.
Christmas in New York. Love this town. Woohoo! Never seen the big guy up close like this.
Hey!
Nuts!
Yeah, it's not every time you see like he see the sign pop up on his head, you have to press. Otherwise you'll get hit. It's Don't worry, Max, as I say, first time playing it, you'll get accustomed.
Yeah, I got custom. Whoa! Well, my hand is already.
I got the keys. Let's go. Hurry up. We gotta get out of here. Miles, I need a hand up here. Free. Your holiday spirit's a little overzealous this year, Alexei.
Yes, man, you did it, Tim. Look at this man now, boy.
Wanna grab takeout?
Holy crap!
That's not good.
This man taking pictures in the middle of a crime scene, dog. Funky crazy, dog.
Scale of 1 to 10. How we doing?
10 for generating spectacle, 1 for minimizing destruction.
Let's see if Max could keep up.
Bugle headline's gonna be a doozy.
Worst thing
No!
ever is a bad headline.
That is
I'm
bad.
honest lucky.
I love it.
Oh, crap's back doing her bad. Hey,
Oi.
this is starting to feel real bad, man.
Don't think like that. We're going to stop him as long as we work together. Speaking of, mind giving me a hand up here?
Yeah. Yeah, I got you. Okay, Pete. Yeah, I got this.
Take it away, Capo.
Whoa, wait, that's the ball.
Hang on tight, tiny spider!
Right on, cowboy.
Need a little help. Hey, whoa.
Gotcha. And you're safe. You too.
Do you have any knives?
This is so fun.
Bobby,
My fishing! On the Volga!
that sounds
You think I'll want him to hit objects?
And death!
baby.
It excites me!
No, because remember, it has people in the mall.
Oh my gosh. See,
He just run over somebody. Oh no, never mind. I see Spider-Man too. Insomnia!
Hey, you know you're ruining Christmas, right?
The last 6 Christmases I was locked behind 30 feet of steel! I intend to enjoy this one! He's a menace! Too soft. He's a low-energy menace! Too easy. Maybe he's a weak-minded... Oh!
Looking good. Very festive.
Menace! A feckless, treacherous, unhinged menace! Gerard! Right here!
Mijo, ¿dónde estás? It's getting late.
That was when I realized Rhino is just jogging us.
Yeah, coconut milk. Still trying to find it. It's been kind of, an adventure.
Are you running?
Yeah, sorry. Trying to catch a train.
No! Somebody calling me there now, boy. Oh my god. Bad timing. Somebody calling me there. But I doubt we'll have all this loading screen though. At the PS5 though.
There's no limit to the PS5.
I think you're telling me that it was just like seconds or something.
Hey, Mom.
No, there's none.
Yeah, coconut milk. Still trying to find it.
Like there's just
Kind
a
of,
screen to load
an
in, but
adventure.
there's none
Are
to
you
actually when you're in the game.
Yeah, sorry. Trying to catch a train.
Mira, mijo, no seas mentiroso.
This one is running
Vas
through
a
buildings,
mover
everything, but
negocio.
hey!
See ma. Te quiero
Look at
mucho.
the shocks and if you really had to night this boy goes, country's broke.
Now or never, Miles. You gotta stop him.
On my way.
Hey!
We gotta bring him down fast.
Yeah, what do we do?
Let us raise temperature!
Oh hell no.
Oh, bad,
Go, bro.
very bad.
Jesus.
Pete, are you okay?
What no jail is this?
No, no, no!
I'm okay. I've got it. Headed your way. Be ready.
Okay. Yeah. Might, need a minute.
Great.
You seriously gonna ignore the amount of people that have died?
Tip for the police. Maybe don't bring RPGs to the prison convoy next time. Maybe don't bring RPGs anywhere.
Let's see.
No.
Okay, that was pretty good.
A guy just died again.
Man,
And they're not
trying to help you.
focusing on that at all, eh?
Say your prayers. Get away with that.
First again, let's check the stream there and see who just
More guys
share
up
the
top.
stream or something. Somebody supporting us just now.
Mohammed Atam Aitam. Dan, I am butchering all people names. Call it for safe and butcher's names. Charles Mohammed.
Okay, and in the middle of dodging here, boy.
Pete, it's
Yeah, I
getting
told all
hairy
them
up
members
here.
be dying.
Police
People are dead.
Shooting it out.
Back up the police. I can hold out a little longer.
Pete's counting on me.
That's one thing I liked about the Avengers movie. They should address the people dying and things.
They're all over that bridge.
This game is like,
Can't
wow.
lose. He never loses.
Where's that pleasure? Miles, need your...
Pete, hang on, man. Hang on.
Oh my gosh.
Spider-Man, you good?
Hey, what's up, Cadmus?
Pete,
Welcome to the stream, man.
Yeah, when you talk about the dead man dies on the picture.
Welcome.
wake up, man. Wake up, man.
This Spider-Man is broken. I would like to exchange for new one. This one will do.
Miles, get out of here.
Back the hell.
What was that? Spiders thing.
I don't know, Catalyst if he fireproof neither. I know Miles impervious to electricity. I don't know about fireproof. I just want to know
How am I even
if Miles'
doing this?
teleportability in this game.
Electrocyte? Some kind of field induction?
You survive while your mentor...
Or does he unlock it later on?
How unexpected.
And you're using words longer than crush and smash. Very unexpected.
of this, Alexi.
Future, here's through the time, man. No more. You know, man, chasing you through the city kind of felt like a wild, what's the word? Wild goose chase.
Wild goose? No! I hate chase of goose!
A lot of people today, Alexi. Too many.
Gotta want steroids.
I am free spirit! No man shall take me!
Damn right, bro.
You alive? Kinda.
Hey, no spoilers. Yeah, bro, it's me playing. It's me playing Spider-Man the button masher, boy. Hey, what's up, Gio, man? What's up? Nah,
Why, hello!
I ain't die yet.
And welcome!
I got lost once. I got lost once, Gio, but you know.
Simon Krieger, head of R&D at Roxxon Energy. Pleasure to meet you.
You too. Sorry. I think our ball landed in your yard.
No, actually did us a favor. We just bought the place. We're planning to tear it down for a build. But looks like you beat us to it. I wanted to thank you, both of you. Taking down Rhino? Solo? You are going places, bud.
Thanks. But he's still dangerous.
Nah, we'll hold him for the police. You know, I always think these super troopers are overkill until something like this happens. Oh, Judy calls. Hey, really great to meet you both. Future's looking bright. Hello. Hey.
He's right. Yeah. Let's clear out. Let the police do their job.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Bioelectricity. Wow. Gotta be honest, little jealous.
Hey, look, I got nothing on the OG. Think we should run tests tomorrow? A little voltage analysis?
Oh, man. Yeah, sorry. I've been meaning to tell you, I'm not gonna be around for the next few weeks.
Is some kind of pee joke I don't get?
No. MJ's headed overseas for the Bugle and requested me as her photographer. Kind of a working vacation for us.
Oh, man. Look, I don't know if I'm ready to fly solo. I screwed up today big time with the helicopter.
But then you delivered big time. You saved my bacon, Miles.
I got lucky.
Hey, I did this gig for 8 years without backup, and you better believe I screwed up lots of times. But that is how you learn.
What's this?
Christmas present. But first, you gotta take the oath.
Oh. Okay.
I promise to do everything in my power to protect this city.
I promise.
That's it.
That oath a real thing.
Totally. Definitely didn't just make it up. See you in a few weeks, Spider-Man. New York's only Spider-Man.
Exactly. I was watching some people talking about Xboxes overheating. And
Nah, that's food.
yeah,
We
fake news.
we don't tolerate fake news here, guys. If you don't hear us say anything about it on stream when you hear a rumor or something, it's cause it's crap. I mean, it's like how we did talk about the PS5 being dead because that was actually something that happened. Only one person confirmed that happened to, where his PS5 hard drive just died on him. But we do not know the situation, how it died, whatever. I'm not going to doubt his words, but as I say, I don't know what he did, what he used, or touched his PS5 if it just automatically conked out on him because he did reference other YouTubers getting issues as well, but not a single one of the other YouTubers who supposedly got the same issues as him. PS5 died on them. So I really don't know. I'm just taking his word for him because I watch his channel and I believe he's an honest reviewer. He always reviews things honestly. So I took his word for him where he said the PS5 was faulty and died on him. So that was it. As for Xbox, there was rumors, but the smoking thing was vaping. The ping pong thing was also said to be a false rumor. The only thing they confirmed was a kind of issue when they try to put a disc into the Xbox. The disc drive were failing, but we don't know if they could fix that with an update or not. So we're leaving it as is until more confirmed reports and Microsoft themselves put out a statement. But till then, we don't touch anything unless it's confirmed. We don't rumor among here at the Brothers of Steel. We try to keep everything 100. So we're not going to talk about it. There is news going about, guys, about the hostage situation at Ubisoft Montreal. We don't know what's going on. Montreal. I'm pronouncing that name, I'm butchering it. We don't know what's going on. We don't know confirm. We don't know confirmed stories. Whatever. We're probably gonna find out later tonight or tomorrow. So we'll hear about it on our next stream, guys. We just hope everybody who's in that situation is safe, and we want everybody to reach home safe and sound from that situation. Hopefully, this de-escalates. And that's like kind of it when it comes to gaming news, because we talk about cyberpunk and stuff. So we'll just look forward to it and see how the news goes for the rest of the time, guys. And that's just it for now. Like, there's nothing much else to talk about in gaming news. Congrats to Xbox on their great launch. Congrats to PlayStation on the great launch. People complaining about how Sony or Microsoft did the launch bad because they can't get a console. No, shut up. You couldn't get a console. Move on. There was a limited supply. They said for months, we reported on this channel as well. For months, they were saying it's going to have a limited supply of Xboxes and PlayStation. They said this. They said due to the COVID situation, people can't come out to the factories to make the consoles, and them they're working with a limited supply. So if you don't get through, you don't get through. Sony did the invite, Microsoft did a universal launch time, and even with that, scalpers still got all the consoles and stuff. You can't blame a studio for making a certain amount of consoles, because let me say PlayStation made based on a player base, Xbox made based on a player base. So Xbox and Sony decided to make 50 million consoles. If that don't sell out, they're making a loss. So they just made what they thought would have been enough, which was, I believe, 10 million consoles globally each. And if you didn't get in that 10 million, I'm sorry. Just wait 2-3 months, guys. You're going to get a console. Do not pay the scalper price for no damn console. It is not worth it paying double or 3 times the price for a console. No, and then, right after they pay for it, 2 months down the line, the console price drops. No, because the stocks come.
That's a serious thing, because actually someone was asking me if he should pay. I think it's close to 5,000 for the console. How much it's selling now?
That is okay, guys. So I'm gonna be honest with you guys.
What's the average price?
Console, the disc version costs around 3,500, maybe 3,600 TT. To bring it through customs, you're looking at 1,500 if you're safe. So that is $5,000 if you get it through customs at 1,500. You're looking at 3,000 at maybe at the excess if customs butcher you for some reason. But I think average for like 2,000 to clear through custom. So I say if you get a console for 5,000 to 5,500, maybe 5,008, you know, people had to make their little profit from selling the console. That's a fine price. Anything over that, like 6,000 and above, no, don't. That is the disc version. The disc-less version, which is 100 US cheaper, I think it should look around anyway between 4,005 to 5,000. So that's what I think. You're looking at anyway between 4,005 to actually maybe 4,000 for the disc-less version. So let me say 4,000 to 5,005, maybe 6,000 max. You should look at the price for a PS5. For Xbox Series S, I think maybe 3,005 to 4,000 for that. For the full Xbox Series X, which is the version with all the features, I think you should look at maybe 5,000, 5,005. I think it weighs less than the PS5, so maybe 4,005 to 5,005 you should look at. Like, just keep anything below $6,000 looks fine in my book, because remember, as a business, people are trying to make money off of it. If they don't do this, they can't make money. But don't pay more than 6,000 for a disc. Listen to me, disc PlayStation 5 and an Xbox Series X. I think you should pay less because I think it weighs less than a PlayStation, but it might end up costing the same to clear through customs. So as I say, for both of them, don't pay more than $6,000. If you pay anything more than $6,000 for it, you guys got ripped off.
$6,000. Look, I'm Catalyst now saying it will really have people who will really do that. But
I remember when PS4 came out, I know people paid 15,000 for a PS4.
What?
Yeah, I know people pay 15,000, 10,000 for a PS4. TT, not US guys. We're talking in US for everybody on. We're talking in TT guys for everybody on the stream. So it's 6-1. So 7-1 depending on where you go. So that's why the numbers are so high. But yeah, the whole thing is bringing it through customs and how customs decides to declare it, because Xbox is actually a computer system, which means it shouldn't have VAT and tax. However, it's going to fall under video game console. Same thing with the PlayStation, is going to fall under video game console. So because of that, there's, I believe, 15% VAT and 20% tax on it. So that's what you have to deal with, guys. They are computers. They're basically computers, but there's a distinction made for it, okay? So based on that is the expenses you will have to deal with, and that's what we have to deal with when it comes to customs and these things. I really wish we didn't have to do all that, pay all those taxes, but it is what it is.
Well, guys, that is why we are Forsaken. And that's why I keep saying, the brothers will see, we are the home for PlayStation. Anything you want to know about PlayStation, you are in the right place right here in the Brothers of Steel. And we're doing the big game today. We're doing the Miles Morales, the Spider-Man. And I know I know unlocked my first suit here. You know, looking good, looking good. So I can imagine, and at the start of the stream, Bernard was saying, we're talking about this ray tracing. I mean, why would Bernard even ask that? You know, it's like, is ray tracing such a big thing? You know? And that goes, wait, this actually question was unfortunate. And that goes back to what we were saying before, and about ray tracing, just on computers too. On any kind of system. It's like, what's the big deal? What's the big deal?
Okay, so this is ray tracing simplified. Don't butcher me, guys. I'm just simplifying it for the common people. So you know when you flick on a light switch, you look at reflective surfaces like water or a mirror. You go outside in the sun, how sunlight and light itself reflects on surfaces. Those are rays. Light travels in rays, right? Those rays are what ray tracing is about. Ray tracing is to bring those realistic feeling that those rays from sun, maybe a fluorescent light bulb or a normal light bulb, maybe a flashlight, how that affects objects. So if you're playing a horror game, for example, if you played older modern horror games, you will notice, like when you put out a flashlight, you might flash into a mirror, and it don't give you that reflective feeling you get if you actually take a real flashlight and reflect it in a mirror. If you're standing by a lake, it don't give you that reflective feeling when the sunlight behind you, how the lake should reflect you, or your shadows don't give you that thing. So ray tracing is to give that system, is to give games that realistic feel. So if I go outside, the sunlight is going to look completely different from somebody typing in a computer, oh, this is how sunlight should look, versus as the system itself calculating how the rays will bounce off of an object depending on the material or the type of object it is. So that's basically ray tracing. 4K is scaling. So scaling / resolution. And that's basically how many pixels are on your screen. So a pixel would represent one dot on your screen. So 4K would be like 4,000 something pixels. I can't remember the number off the top of my head. I think it's like 4,100 and something. I can't remember. But it's just like how much pixel, the pixel density. So more pixels, better quality image. And ray tracing plus 4K gives you a really good looking stuff. It looks really, really, really good. It looks beautiful. It gives it that realistic feel that like, oh, this is how it should look. But it doesn't really matter in gaming. Like, it don't really matter. Like, games were always about the storyline and content. Graphical fidelity became later on when games reached their peak in content and storyline, and there was like, what would set one game apart from the other? Like Ghost of Tsushima would be an example of it. Like Ghost of Tsushima is this beautiful looking game. At the same time, if I have to talk about what 4K and ray tracing brings to gaming, look no further than Microsoft Flight Simulator. That game is beautiful and amazing on max settings, too bad not even a $10,000 PC. Let me say $4,000 US, 4,000 US PC could actually run that on max settings. So don't let ray tracing and these stuff fool you. Don't let people tell you, oh, buy Xbox because it does realistic ray tracing, or 4K is real native. Native basically means it's actual 4K. I think PlayStation uses restructuring where the game is actually in 1440p or 2K, and then they upscale it to 4K in order to keep high frame rates. The Xbox does native 4K. So if you're buying a console just for games to look nice, get an Xbox. But at the same time, there are techniques that could be used that bring us great games like Ghost of Tsushima on consoles that can't even do 4K and it looks amazing. So try to buy for games for the content and the story of what you want to play and what you like versus those things. So as I said earlier, ray tracing is just about lighting. It's literally about lighting and reflective surfaces. So you won't see the beauty of ray tracing in this, but if we get when the most important point, we get a PS5 and we play Miles Morales, you guys will probably do a comparison video just like all other places have done comparison videos. But we're not going to do comparison videos like them. The brothers still don't do that kind of thing. We're going to do comparison videos and like literally go into it. Like a few channels, like I would say go to Digital Foundry. They do a great job of it. Who else? I believe. Nah, IGN is trash. ACG, that's the guy I talk about. I watch him. He's a great streamer. He does some great talk about it, but he's like me. He don't really care about it. Thanks Cola for sharing the stream. There's also, I can't remember the top of my head. There's the next guy I think. I don't know, but just look at for the comparison videos and you'll see the difference between 60 FPS, 30 FPS, ray tracing, no ray tracing. So it's just about, do you want the games to look beautiful or do you want the games to run smoothly? And I've always been an advocate of 2K. I've never been an advocate for 4K because while 4K is great, 2K is the sweet spot. And the PS5 and the Xbox, mainly the Xbox, could easily hit 120 frames per second, 2K. And the games are going to look beautiful and amazing, guys. I'm telling you, when they start to focus on 1440p, forget 4K. It's gonna be amazing. 120 Hz, 1440p. That is the sweet spot for gaming going forward. 8K and 4K are novelty talks. Just to say, oh, 8K, 4K. It's about 1440p and 120 Hz, guys. That is the sweet spot for gaming right now. Maybe the next 4 years, maybe 5 years, when technology advances, we get console refreshes, we get more powerful graphics card at lower cost. I would say 4K and 8K is where we should go. For now, 2K. Come on, guys. Nobody gonna spend that kind of money. As for guys who talk crap, come and start to talk about PC Master Race. I am a PC gamer. Cantos is also a PC gamer. Majority of the Brothers of Steel members are PC gamer. But we also play PlayStation and Xbox and Switch. We play games, not graphics. We really don't care about graphics that much here. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it when it's great and stuff. We will call out games if games are terrible. But come on, guys. We want games. We want story. We want content. We want playability. We want, well, replayability. That's what we want, guys. We want great games. We don't want good-looking games with crap content. So that's what you have to think of. We want the best of both worlds, guys. That's the problem with the PS4 holding it back. That's why Sony execs were saying, guys, that we shouldn't focus on continuation, which is the Xbox point of view, where Phil Spencer is believes that you should be able to game across generations. So your Xbox One should be able to play Xbox Series X game, though you're sacrificing graphics and stuff. It's not just graphics you sacrifice for the next generation. You sacrifice fidelity. And when I say fidelity, you sacrifice frame rates and quality of the games itself. Because when you're building on the past generation, it holds back the power on what you could do on the next generation. So there is the PlayStation talk with Mark Cerny. You guys should check out that video where he basically explains to you the corners and stuff that have held back gaming for years, where because of the types of hard drives we use in consoles, because of how little RAM we had or graphical processing power, they may have to build these cornerways or mazes to high loading screens. You can't actually see objects. When you turn a corner, it takes a while for objects to load in and stuff. Like, all this holds back generations. So if you don't know, consoles actually decide how games go forward, because while PC have always led in everything, power, spec, speed, graphics, consoles are really where games are sold next to the mobile market. Well, the mobile market is larger, but so games are actually benchmarks on console and then made to PC. That's why we get really terrible PC ports of console games. If you're a PC gamer, you guys know what I'm talking about. You guys know Red Dead. You guys know Horizon Zero Dawn when it came to PC, how terrible it was and broken. You guys know how... What was our next game that came was a terrible PC port? I think Grand Theft Auto had that issue as well. But like, when a game comes out on console first and is then ported to PC, we get held back by a lot of the limitation of the console itself. So the more powerful the console, the better it is for PC gamers. And that's what Sony was trying to say. Like, if we focus on the next generation, PC gamers are going to get so much greater games. The specs will be similar, that what they're going to work with. And it's not as easy for a developer to just, oh, well, I'm just going to unlock this. Because you build for optimized environment. Because consoles are optimized. They are locked at a certain value. Except for this generation of consoles, where the PS5 and the Xbox could change their settings based on whether you're going to be playing in normal, native 4K, 1080p, 2K. I think PlayStation 5 does not support for 2K from the start. The Xbox does. The Xbox also has a sweet developer mode. The Xbox is basically a very cheap gaming PC. Not cheap in the sense of cheap components. Cheap in the sense of... no, let me not say cheap. A very affordable gaming PC. That's what the Xbox Series X is. A very affordable gaming PC. PlayStation is PlayStation. So... why am I getting into all of this? Anyway, this is how we get into ray tracing and stuff, guys. So, like, if ray tracing and 4K becomes the norm for consoles, it becomes the norm for PC. Because while it's always been there in PC, it's always been like a patch into games. But now it will be coming with the games. In other words, so ray tracing is gonna be a norm with games from now on, guys. So yeah, look forward to that. And it's like a great time to be any kind of gamer. The PC generation, we're getting new processors. The AMD Ryzen series just smoked Intel current series. Intel's gonna drop their new Skylake processors as well. If you guys don't get the AMD processors, you can wait for the new Intel processors. There's the GeForce 3000 series graphics cards for PC guys. There's the AMD Radeon 6000 series guys. It's a great time for PC gamers. Console gamers, we got the PS5, we got the Xbox Series X. There is the rumor. It's not confirmed yet. We're waiting for Nintendo, but there's a 4K Switch coming, guys. A 4K Switch. Let that sink in, guys. I hope they just focus on 2K. I don't know why they like this 4K thing, guys. I've always said 2K. So, like, there's a 4K Switch coming next year, guys. So, Nintendo finally are jumping back into the ring with all other consoles and gaming across the board. Zelda, Mario, Metroid, Shin Megami Tensei, possible Golden Sun 4 are gonna look amazing. Pokemon are gonna look amazing on the new Switch coming forward, guys. So like, it's just something to look forward to. Like, whatever you game on, guys, it's just like a great time for gaming right now. It's just like an awesome time for gaming.
Okay, that's not bad. I'm gonna run. Plaza first, then home.
Giovanni, if Fox ain't say it, I don't want to hear about Switch. Yeah. That's okay. Fox will probably start to talk about it when he gets confirmation. Fox probably wouldn't talk about it just from the rumors and thing alone, guys. But I've been hearing rumblings about that 4K Switch for a while. Yeah, we knew it was coming. The Switch XL. So if you guys have any more questions, like now is the time to ask these questions, guys. I will try my best to simplify it. As I said, I'm just simplifying it, guys. You could go do your research later on to understand full details. Listen, buddy, now it may be a less amount of people watching your stream, but tomorrow you'll have more viewers than today. Trust me, not to worry. I don't pays up all the time. Oh, thanks very much, Cola, for that comment on Facebook. Much love to you as well, brother. Great thanks for the love and the shares, guy. That's on Facebook, guys. Yeah, thanks Cola for his comments and stuff. Yeah. Hard work pays off and thing, guys, but we just do what we love. Yeah, we just do what we love, guys. We just do what we love.
There, and welcome.
And Gio. I don't know much what I can tell Gio. With all this growth, which system do you recommend for Xbox? Okay, for Xbox. Okay, guys. So this is not really a bad system for me. So here's how I'm gonna hit you guys, right? It all depends on what games you want to play. Here are the key points for me when I say you should base what you want. What games you want to play, what your friends have, and are you aiming for family or is it for you? So if it's about what games you want to play, look no further than Sony. I'm sorry, we know what's coming. We know what's coming. Sony first party studios, no equal, bar none to maybe CD Projekt Red, Rockstar, a few other I'm thinking of. What is that? Gearsoft, guys. If you don't know, I think Gearsoft is the guys who make Gears of War and thing. I'm hoping Bungie catch back up, guys. Yeah. Yeah. So now I'm gonna be a little controversial here, although I talk about that Xbox thing. If you already have an Xbox One, don't get an Xbox. It makes absolutely no sense to get a Series X for the next 2 years because there will be full support 4 games on the Xbox One X is One X is called, right? I believe the Pro version of the Xbox One is called the One X, right? Their support for the Xbox One X, just get Game Pass, you're nice. If you're fortunately, like some of us here, PC Master Race, hashtag guys, you'll never need an Xbox. I'm sorry, I don't care what people say otherwise. You will never need an Xbox if you're part of the PC Master Race family, guys. If you have a good PC, just pay for Game Pass. Come on, guys. There's no game coming to Xbox that you can't get on PC. No reason to buy an Xbox otherwise. That's if you're in the PC Master Race. Now, if you're now getting into gaming, past 2 generations, you don't have a large budget, you don't have the time to play games. Hear the keyword, right? You don't have a large budget or the time to play games, get an Xbox. Because once you have Game Pass, you just pay that yearly subscription, you get access to all games coming on Xbox, right? You pay for the Ultimate Edition, I believe it's 15 US for it. A month, I don't know how much a year, I think it's maybe $120 US a year. I'm not sure, I had to double check that for you guys. Just get an Xbox, you get access to all the games that come out. The past 4 generations of 4 generation? Xbox 360, Xbox One. Past 3 generations, past 3 generations of Xbox, including this generation. So 4, get an Xbox. If you want quality of games, bar none, just graphics that suffering, Nintendo. I have nothing else to say. Nintendo, family, get a Switch, guys. But I would hold off on getting a Switch unless I get it on sale, because there is the Switch XL coming. Tell me wherever, you guys can come later on and tell me I'm wrong, maybe on a future stream if it doesn't come out, but I haven't been wrong yet, so you know what's coming. The Switch XL, which will be the Switch Pro or whatever they want to call it, but it's going to be doing 4K. It's a partnership probably with Nvidia, and that means it's going to be using DLSS. If you guys don't know what that is, that's also what the Xbox uses as well to support for 4K. The new 3000 series graphics cards also use DLSS, which is a software rendering to help the graphics card push up to 8K or 4K without using too much power. So you guys could look into that. If I'm wrong about it, I'd love for anybody on stream to fill in any information. It's hard to remember all this information from the top of my head, because I haven't read up on it in a while. These are just things I'm just remembering from the top of my head, guys. But I'm just saying, like, yo, that's my belief. At the end of the day, I'm a PlayStation fanboy. I've had every generation of Xbox except for the Xbox One. I've had almost all the Nintendo handhelds. I haven't gotten a Nintendo console since probably the GameCube. So the Switch was something I was planning to get, but I held back because I knew from the time I heard how they were naming it, I knew it belonged to the handheld family of Nintendo, which is why we're not seeing no new handheld from them, guys. They're not gonna make any new handheld. The Switch Lite, if you're a Nintendo fan and you follow Nintendo for years and you followed their Game Boy Advance, their DS, their 3DS, you know how they name stuff, guys. It's the GBA, GBA Lite, GBA XL. I don't think they ever had a GBA XL. I'm talking crap. I'm talking about DS. We are going to DS. It's DS Lite, DS XL, DSi. So the Switch Lite came out, or the Switch I. The base Switch came out. No. The base Switch came out, then they revamped with Switch 2.0, which was an updated Switch, basically Switch I. Then they had the Switch Lite, and you know what? XL is coming, guys. That's basically how Nintendo have always been with their handheld. I expect them to follow the exact same with their handheld, so-called hybrid home console. So look forward to the Switch. They're going to have great games with the new power coming. It's going to take full advantage of the new power coming in that new Switch. I'm not sure if Nintendo will support the base Switch. They probably will. So look forward to that. I've always been an advocate for PlayStation 5 and PlayStation on the whole, so I will be playing on PlayStation probably my entire life. Xbox, I see no point in getting an Xbox. Like at this point, invest in a PC if you want If you care at all about 4K, like really and truly, if you care at all about 4K, like you truly care about 4K and ray tracing, buy a PC. Buy a PC. Because if you care about 4K and ray tracing, you're not compromising. Buy a PC. It's going to cost a lot. It's going to take time because you're going to have to buy a parts across board because it's going to be expensive. Buy a PC, guys. If you care about ray tracing and 4K, just buy a PC. If that's all that matters to you, games looking beautiful, buy a PC. Yo, Flame. Yeah, just buy a PC. I'm sorry, like, anytime I hear people tell me about like 4K and ray tracing and then talk about a reason as a justification to buy a console, I just look at them like, excuse me for the PC Master is thought here, peasant. You know, Max, like you hear people talk about like graphics and all these things and you're like, come on, why you not on a PC?
Hey, no, actually getting on bad.
Yeah, watching it.
I cannot shock myself. And having fun.
I tell you, once you get accustomed to the game, it will you'll have fun doing all the combos and dancing around.
Yeah, I try to remember the combos because like the slide and then attack now. Now we're trying to master here now. Bang!
You see the frame rate drops in this?
Yeah.
This is a PS5. This is a PS4 Pro, guys.
This is a Pro. This is a PS.
This is a Pro,
You see the frame rate drop. You actually seen it? Yes, it's a serious thing, people.
That's what happens when you're held back by generations.
And we're in transition now, yeah? Look at licks them getting in there, boy. Ooh. Wow. As soon as you know, when it started really started to lag, as soon as I changed my outfit, it just started to freeze up a little bit, but just now. Hey, what's up, Flame? Welcome to stream, man.
Catalyst. You're surprised why Max not giving you why a quick console gaming argument? What I had to do, Max? Why Catalyst quit console gaming?
What's that? What's the question you had to say?
He said why you're not talking about why he quit console. Catalyst.
Oh, I'm surprised Max ain't giving you the whole why I quit console gaming. I forget it now. I know why he quit PC gaming. the cost of PC gaming. For him, it was. I know about console gaming, Catalyst. I really forget about the console game, the console thing. I know the reason why you don't bother with that. Yeah, supposed to go on top there. You seeing this, people? Are you seeing this frame rate? I now got the game yesterday, and I'm running a PS4 Pro. So anyone that has a PS4 normal, my suggestion to you is not to get this.
Your PS4 is gonna sing.
Your PS4 will be singing extempo. No, we go choke here. People, oh, you see this? I'm frame sick here. Let's see. I'm really guys. I mean, the game is going good and stuff, yeah. But just so I'm not sure if I have to restart my PS4 Pro, but it's really.
No, hold on for a second, Max. Go back in that room there. Go back by the white tile.
The white tile. Okay, so not in the room with the red thing, right?
No, the next one. Turn around.
Okay.
Where Jess was.
Okay.
I want to show you guys something. So I'm waiting on the stream when the stream catch up to that point.
What's again big? Much choke there, yes, boy. Yeah, because I can imagine a normal PS4, boy. It'd be like,
right there, where it was, yeah. So if you could pan the camera to kind of look down at the tile. So, no, like from above, like above your head.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
You said ray tracing, guys. So That is reflective surfaces he is on. All of them are on reflective surfaces. Notice you're not seeing his reflection. That's ray tracing. Or as GeForce, as NVIDIA would say, RTX on. There should be a blurry reflection of him representing how light would reflect on the surface or how his reflection itself would be on the surface that time. This is Spider-Man without RTX on. With RTX on, you would see some semblance of reflection of him on it. And like, unless you have a ridiculously powerful PC, come on guys, these consoles cost $500. The new GeForce RTX built-in graphics card costs $500 base. And those graphics cards are going to be bottlenecked by the type of processor you're using. So if you want to max out of your processor, you're going to be paying at least $300 to $400 for a processor. Then you're going to be paying like $200 to $300 for a motherboard. Then you're going to be paying like $100 to $200 for RAM. Then you need an NVMe and a super fast SSD. That's a couple $200 to $400 combined. See where I'm going when people complain about graphics on consoles and then say, well, my PC would run it. Just ask them, what's your PC budget, homeboy? Literally, a graphic card alone costs more than a console. Come on, bro. It comes the same thing like how people complain about the storage size in the console. They're like, storage so cheap and available. Please, anybody, go and look up the price of a $500 NVMe. I mean, a 500 gigabyte NVMe drive. That is for the PlayStation 5. Go and look up the price of a $500 gigs. I keep saying $500. A 500 gig SSD. Well, the Xbox has 1 terabyte and it's a super fast SSD. It's not a cheap SSD. Go and look up the price on it, guys. And then come back and listen to these guys complaining. But there's a point where it just gets annoying to hear people complain about stuff that really truly shouldn't matter. The point of buying a console is to play great games. If your issue is that you can store 30 games on your console, which you're probably not going to play at the same time, you're going to play one at the same time, something wrong with you though. You probably should have like 5 games on your console and switch between those 5 games at any point in time. I have a base PS4. I'm pretty sure I have a lot of games. I'm not going to say I have more games than most people. I probably play more games than most people. I have the same 500 gig hard drive that came with my base PS4. And I only have like 5 games on it and they're all online multiplayer free games. Except for, let me see, is Monster Hunter World, Rogue Company, Smite, what is the other game I have?
I just changed the description of the video one time, you know. I changed it to, let's see how this runs on a pro.
I think it's worth it on a pro though.
Yeah, it's like, whoa.
Look forward to people complaining about how terrible the game runs on last gen, guys. Just look forward to it. Just remember, these are the same guys that complain the game should come to past generations. People want beautiful games but don't want to pay the price to use it.
Yeah, because we're just talking about the $5,000, $6,000 price tag.
Yeah. That's my view, guys. Like anywhere between $5,000 to $6,000 for the next generation console is fine. Not a Series S. Dear God, not a Series S. If you pay $5,000 for a Series S, I'ma slap you guys. I'ma come through the TV, your phone, your computer, whatever you're watching this on, guys, and I'ma slap you and tell you, dude, you just gave somebody an extra Series S. Because a Series S, I believe, is $300 US. And it's small, lightweight. I doubt that's gonna cost more than $1,000 to clear through customs. So 3,000, 3,500, maybe 4,000 max. Depending on how much it costs to clear through custom, you should pay for a Series S. Nothing more, nothing less. Nothing more, only less. Sorry, nothing more, only less. That's what I want to say.
I think we could probably get ready to end the stream because we streaming for 20 minutes already, guys. And guys, expect a lot from the Brothers of Steel and a lot more streams on Miles Morales Spider-Man. We plan to stream it whole next week, and we'll probably be having some daily streams to support the Brothers of Steel next week as we continue with our coverage of this game that just came out yesterday. And remember that your home for PlayStation is right here on the Brothers of Steel. I said the Brothers of Stream, yes, right? Anyway, that could work too, yes. So guys, stay tuned for some Rocket League tonight with Silly Boss himself as we get ready to launch some competitive play in that genre of gaming, and hopefully at some point in time we can get some real teams in it and stuff. So guys, your weekend always starts right here on the Brothers of Steel. Look out for Saturday, look out for the AMD squad as they play Apex Legends with Jacob Ace, Menace and Dyer. Okay, so this has been yours truly, Maximus and Forsaken on the Brothers of Steel on a Friday Brawl. So we're out until next time.